In the world of tea, many believe perfection is the ultimate goal. A flawless brew, the perfect temperature, the most elegant teapot. This is what we're told to strive for. But those who truly understand tea know a deeper truth. The real beauty lies in imperfection. Imagine stepping into a small, humble tea room. The air is warm, scented with the earthy aroma of tea leaves. A teapot sits on a wooden table, its surface cracked and worn, yet still sturdy and full of character. This teapot belongs to the master of tea, a person who has spent their life embracing the imperfections that make each moment unique. The master smiles as they begin the ritual of making tea. Their movements are slow and deliberate, as if each step holds a secret to be revealed. As the water meets the tea leaves, the master says, "The art of tea is not about chasing perfection. It's about finding beauty in what is real." The start of the ritual. As the water boils, steam rises, curling softly into the air. The master gently pours the hot water over the tea leaves, and the room fills with a fragrant aroma. This is the beginning of the tea's journey, a moment where the leaves come to life. "Notice the cracks on this teapot," the master says, holding it up for everyone to see. Each crack has a story. Maybe it was dropped, or maybe the heat of the water caused it to expand and break over time. But these cracks do not ruin the teapot, they give it character. The master's words make you think about how often we see flaws as something to fix or hide. Yet here, in this small tea room, flaws are celebrated. They are a reminder that nothing and no one is perfect. And that's what makes life beautiful. When the tea is poured, you notice something unusual. The color of the liquid is not even. In some cups, it's lighter, while in others, it's darker. The master laughs softly. This happens when the leaves are not perfectly distributed. Some might call it a mistake, but I call it a gift. You take a sip and notice the difference. The lighter tea tastes delicate and floral, while the darker tea is bold and strong. Each cup tells a different story. This unevenness, the master says, teaches us to embrace the unexpected. In life, not everything will turn out as planned, but if you learn to savor each moment for what it is, you'll find joy even in the imperfections. The lessons from a cracked teapot. As the ceremony continues, the master shares another story. Long ago, a wealthy man visited the master, bringing a new, expensive teapot. The man wanted to learn the art of tea and believed he needed the finest tools to do so. But during his first lesson, the teapot slipped from his hands and cracked. The man was devastated, thinking the teapot was ruined. The master, however, picked it up and said, "Now it's ready to make tea." The man was confused. How can a broken teapot be ready for anything? The master smiled and explained, "The crack allows the teapot to breathe. It makes it unique. In its brokenness, it has become whole." This story stayed with the man, and from that day forward, he embraced the imperfections in his life, seeing them as opportunities to grow. The dance of preparation. The master's movements while preparing tea are almost like a dance. The way they handle the teapot, the way they pour the water, even the way they set the cups, all of it feels purposeful, yet relaxed. Notice the rhythm, the master says. It's not about getting it right, it's about being present. Sometimes I spill a little water, sometimes a tea leaf floats out of place. These small mistakes remind me to stay humble and to focus on the moment. You realize that the ceremony is not just about making tea. It's a reflection of life itself. It's about appreciating the little things, the quiet moments, and even the missteps that make the journey worthwhile. As the tea ceremony comes to an end, the master invites you to reflect. What do you see in the tea? At first, you're not sure how to answer. But then you look closely at the tea in your cup. You see tiny specks of leaves, uneven edges, and swirling patterns of color. It's not perfect, but it's beautiful in its own way. The master nods as if reading your thoughts. Tea is like life. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. When you stop worrying about making things perfect, you can truly enjoy the experience. You leave the tea room feeling lighter, as if a weight has been lifted. The cracks in the teapot, the uneven color of the tea, even the spills on the table, they all seem to speak a quiet truth. It's okay to be imperfect. Back in your own home, you find yourself drawn to the small imperfections around you. The scratch on your favorite mug, the creak in the floorboards, the paint that's chipped on the wall. They no longer feel like flaws, they feel like stories, memories, and moments that make your space unique. While making tea, remember the master's words. Let yourself relax. Maybe the water is a little too hot, or maybe the tea steeps a little too long. But instead of worrying, you smile. You pour the tea, take a sip, and savor the moment. Life, much like tea, is not about achieving perfection. It's about embracing the imperfections that make each moment special. When we stop striving for an impossible ideal, we open ourselves to the beauty that's already around us. The master of tea teaches us that every crack in a teapot, every uneven brew, and every small mistake is an opportunity to find joy. It's in the flaws that we discover authenticity, and it's in the unexpected that we find meaning. So let us celebrate the beauty of imperfection. Allow yourself to savor each moment, knowing that it's the flaws that make the experience unforgettable. And it's the belief that everything happens for a reason that makes our life beautiful. Watch this video to strengthen the trust in the process.